For the opposition, we spoke to Angus Taylor earlier, and he's saying that the Treasurer needs to have a structural surplus, not just a windfall surplus off the back of higher commodities. The other challenge he's setting is greater relief in terms of cost of living relief. Can both things be achieved right now, or should it all be simply about trying to put downward pressure on inflation, as difficult as it is right now in terms of cost of living? Governments shouldn't be putting money, and as you said, you put it, delivering an expansionary budget at this time.
And the reality, Kieran, is that we're paying the price for 2 years of inaction by this government. They weren't prepared to make the hard decisions in their first two budgets, and now we're in this really tricky position where inflation is entrenched at 3.6%. Much of that downward trajectory on inflation was essentially lapping the high spikes that we had from those supply side issues. So it is a very tough environment to be working in. That's why the hard work should have been done earlier. But it's two separate issues in terms of that cost of living relief. As an example, when the coalition were in power, Treasurer Frydenberg and Prime Minister Morrison cut the fuel excise, but that was temporary. It was targeted, and it was for a 6-month period, so it wasn't adding to the structural deficit, which is what Angus Taylor was talking about. What are those long-term solutions to bring down some of the costs? I mean, looking at technology and how we can invest in technology to bring down the costs in health and aged care while still delivering the outcomes for patients and for those that need it. That's the challenge. And 2 years in, this government, they're $1 short and they're a day late on all the economic challenges that the Australian people face.